to Meno Quirks, the podcast that says menopause isn't a crisis, it's a comedy. We're talking honest conversation, cold truths, and all the unexpected quirks that come with the midlife plot twist. Hosted by Nat and Sal, we're here to swap stories,
share laughs, and say the things no one warned us about. Well, probably should have. This is your safe-ish space to giggle, groan, and maybe learn a thing or two along the way. So grab your fan, your favourite snack, and let's get into the glorious weirdness of the menopause. Together! Welcome to Freedom to Flourish. Janey, just Janey C. Is that right?
That's right, yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about what you're doing at Freedom to Flourish.
So
Janey.
I'm going to be reading poems as a professional poet. I know, it's exciting. So I had a crash menopause, nervous breakdowns galore, and at the tail end of 2024, into 2025, I started pouring out my feelings into poetry, as many, many women have done before me, and many will do after me. And I was challenged to go and start performing them. So my first ever one was Uxbridge Library.
Oh, wow.
Where my gang of women came with me, and it was so lush. They brought a little helium balloon. I was so nervous. I had to go for a drink beforehand. But my competition was a lady with a ukulele singing pulp songs, a man with a beard that genuinely looked like it had been ironed. So I needn't have worried. I was in good company, and it was amazing. And so since then, I've done about 20-25 open mic nights, and I've started performing at places like this.
Oh,
so
brilliant.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
That's...
alongside working and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
You know. Obviously, there's all that too. But
all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. So what drew you to the field of menopause? What kind of...
Well, the field of menopause was my life, basically. So I... As I sort of briefly mentioned, I went into what's called crash menopause. So a lot of women have cancer now. Obviously, you can have gynecological cancer, you can have breast cancer. They're some of the most common ones. But what people don't know is that afterwards you're often given a treatment that will push you into menopause, or the treatment you've had, the chemo or the surgery, will push you into menopause. So it's 40% of women under 40, and between 70 and 90% of women over 40 will be in menopause after their cancer. And you don't get told that, basically. And so you think you're going, am I allowed to swear on this?
Yeah,
you think you're allowed, well, you think you're going fudging crazy. Let's put it that way. You don't know what is happening to you, because it isn't a lovely long 10-year gradual perimenopause. It's not quite overnight, but it's pretty bad. So all those 60 symptoms on that big long list could be yours to win, as people at the same time are saying, but you're better now, right? You're better, it's gone. It's gone. So I went onto a medication called tamoxifen, which blocks your estrogen, so I cannot have HRT either. So it's a kind of double whammy that not only does it block it doesn't block it throughout your body, but I think, again, since then I've kind of gone on a neurodivergency journey as well, and I think if you're neurodivergent, estrogen is a huge factor because of the dopamine that's linked to it, and there's just so much that is unknown because obviously women, so it's been fudging, horrendous for 4 years. The writing was on the wall, my unemployment, and I went to see an employment coach, and she said, what would you be if you could be anything in the world? And I said, well, I would be a poet and a writer. As I said already, and she said, well, go on then. So this, the following session, I came back to her with this poem. So this is called To the Employment Coach Who Asked Me What I'd Like to Be When I Grew Up. There are a multitude of me's pirouetting blithely in the world, and most of them knew what they wanted from a little girl. They read one of those fearless women texts, although they didn't exist back then, and decided what they knew they'd be and never thought of it again. One's an academic, of that I'm definitely sure. She picked a subject, doubled down and learned it to the core. She strides boldly up and down, gesticulates for emphasis. She coaxes monosyllabic youths with stern words and with jest. She's passionate and knowledgeable, an expert in her field. She's won a bunch of research cash. Insight underpins her zeal. But wait, here comes another me. This one doesn't give a shit. She's got blue hair and careworn skin and piercing in her bits. She's spent her young life partying and slept with so many folk, not just boys and not just girls, all those who could evoke that wildness and that passion, that freedom to soar high. Orgasms lit the sky on fire, so vast they made her cry. Now she's settled with a part-time job. It doesn't really matter what. It's just one where people thank her, never something that she's not. Uh-oh, I told you there's a bunch of them. You asked, I'm afraid you get. This one is the writer. She's the hardest to forget. By now, she should have published at least a couple of good books. It's a certain Nicole will option them because of their gripping hooks. These novels, what a commentary on life, the world at large. This me sits on all the panel shows, a literary grand fromage. She's comfortably wealthy and people come to see her shows. She's friends with Catelyn and with Barbara. They're not the only ones she knows. So you see, for me, the pressing issue isn't flights of fantasy. Instead, the problem's staying grounded while I am stuck with me. The snotting, wailing woman child who cannot rein it in. The one who's a liability. Now where do I begin? I need to teach that me a lesson that sticks once and for all. Sit down, be quiet, don't have ideas. People hate it when you talk. When you digress, when you mushroom out, when you bounce like Tigger on an E. Get in your box and shut the lid. Eventually you'll see that the world might say it welcomes all, but frankly it's not true. They aren't ready, I'm afraid, for version 3 or 1 or 2. What shall I be when I grow up? What do I really want? Not to waste all my potential thinking I'm a useless cunt. I have so much to give, you see. I want to find a place where people are just so excited that they smile up in my face and they say, ooh, and ah, and oh, well done, what you made so good, it hurts my brain. And I'm so pleased, so pleased, so pleased. The one that changed the world was Jane.
Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it.
I mean, and that's the thing about neurodivergency as well. Yeah. They're recognising it in little tiny boys who bounce around on sofas.
Yeah.
That bouncing has been inside my head for years, and I've been told to fudging rein it in. And now I've kind of gone, you know what, I can't and I don't want to. I could have died and I didn't. So fudge the lot of you.
Yeah, good.
And that would be my message to anyone, to be honest. If there's something you're putting off, there you are. That's my one thing about menopause. There's something you're putting off. Don't.
No, do
Don't.
it. Do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Perfect
JFDI.
example of that. No, you're perfect. Thank you so much. That was wonderful.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Brilliant.
Thank you for giving me a
That's okay. Where can people find you?
I'm on LinkedIn, so you can find me on there, and the picture is just me basically pissing my pants, so you'll recognise it. This lad took a picture of me in a bar and gave it to me, and I was just cracking up laughing, and I love the picture because it just... It looks like monkey business, which kind of sums me up, right? But, so if people want me to perform somewhere, ask me. If you want to hear my poems, I do have a YouTube channel. I will give you the links.
Please do.
But I'm not on Instagram.
Okay.
I mean, I have an Instagram account.
Yeah.
And I might start using it. But for me, the soul-sucking, never-ending pressure of social media takes away the fun of being what I am. So I'm kind of going old school, word of mouth. I'm a military wife. I work for Menopause and Cancer CIC. So if you want to find me, you can, basically.
Okay.
Just a reminder, the information shared on this podcast is for entertainment purposes. Everyone's experience of menopause is different, so please speak with a medical professional before making any decisions or changes to your health routine. You've been listening to Meno Quirks, brought to you by Small Talk Podcast.